So just out of curiosity, can you guys hear me now? Probably not. Sound is going in and out. Is Tony using Zoom for YouTube Live? No, I'm not using Zoom. What about now? If I don't play, can you hear me talking now? Tell me, somebody let me know if you can hear me. If my mic is ducking because I've got signal over here. You can hear? That says can hear me talk. So could just be the ducking. It ducks when I play, so maybe that's what you guys are. Yes, yes, yes. What? You can hear me talking? Say we can hear you or we cannot hear you. And then guitar. Thanks, Dior Greek. We can hear vocals. Nick Bell is in the house. Thank God I can hear you, see you. And you can hear guitar too, right? No guitar? So a minute ago you could hear my guitar but not my vocals, and now you can't hear my guitar. Interesting. No guitar. Kind of like a limiter set to high. Man, I don't know. Don't know. Everything worked good yesterday on our test run. And I've got signal for my Helix, so don't know, man. Don't know. No guitar coming out. Got no clue. It worked when we did sound check. Guess I'm just lucky like that. Yeah, I've got. Too loud. No audio. So Keith says there's no audio at all. Can't even hear my guitar through the room mic. No, I don't want to reboot. Whenever we reboot, things really go wrong. Yeah, I don't know why there's no guitar, Nick. We had guitar in our check, so I have no clue as to why none of that stuff is working. So I can either, I don't know. I guess should I hop off and just be done? Because this happens a lot, and everything on my end is working right. So I don't know if it's StreamYard. Can't hear the guitar through the room mic either. That's really weird. God, I have not one single clue as to why you guys don't hear the guitar. Helix is check. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to take the L again. This happened to me last time. No idea. everything is working correctly on my end. So instead of just taking the L, though, I'm going to sit here and troubleshoot. And if anything starts working. What if I switch scenes? Can you guys hear the guitar when I do this? That's really weird. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll restart OBS and I'll come back in and maybe that'll fix it. But I don't want to end the broadcast because that really screws things up. So I'll jump off of OBS and I'll come back. When you stop talking, you hear the sound go dead silent. Every now and then you hear a string and no to the last. Okay, well, I'll try this. I'll be right back. We'll see if this works. What about now? Anything now? You got vocals? Let me know what you hear. Cool. Well, I hope that was entertaining. Glad you guys can watch me struggle. I hope that added some kind of entertainment to your Thursday afternoon. Is it afternoon yet? Oh yeah, it is. That's great. I was up all night with a hurt back, so I'm feeling extra good now after having all those technical problems. But yeah, just guess we had to restart OBS. So remember that, OBS. Maybe I was logged into the system too long, so that ate up some some time. Steve Brown, thanks. Keith, Michael, Nick Bell, Scott, Nrm Geek. I don't know. I'm too square to know what that is, but thank you for helping. Thanks, Rick. Thanks all you guys for helping me troubleshoot that. Yeah, I hope you got a good laugh out of it. Now, for those of you that stuck around, I appreciate it. We had a great crowd till OBS basically crashed on my audio, so thanks, OBS. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, you're hearing me now. Let me give you a little more. Michael's not laughing, man. Sorry, Michael. He said it is no laughing matter. Well, you can laugh at my pain. It might, if it brightens your day up. It's okay. As originally planned, I'm playing through the Grammatico Nrm patch on my Helix today. So I'll hop over here, do a bit of talking here. Hopefully y'all can all see that. But this is the Grammatico Nrm. I'm using the exact patch that I created for our Amp of the Week series. So I'm just going to break down kind of what I'm doing on this patch, and then we'll look at a couple other things you can do here. So this model is based on the normal channel of the 2016 Grammatico Lagrange amp. The Lagrange is based on a Tweed Deluxe design. So it's good for gosh, a lot of like classic rock, everything from like ZZ Top, Keith Richards, all the way to like some jazz players like Kenny Burrell, and I think maybe, did I read that Grant Green may have played through one of these old Tweed Deluxe style amps. I mean, a lot of people played through these, you know, but of course this is the Grammatico, so it's kind of a amalgamation of all those classic amp sounds and stuff. So just a couple of specs on the actual amp itself. The actual Grammatico Lagrange. These have 6V6 power tubes, and it's got the 12AX7 preamp tubes, and then it's got a 5Y3 rectifier tube, and it's a really simple design. You've got a normal and a bright channel, and the actual amps just have like a tone and your drive for the normal and the drive for the bright. So that's pretty cool. Now on Helix, if we jump over here, hopefully you guys can see all that. Click on the amp block here. You've actually got you know, a couple extra parameters that you can tweak around with. We've actually got a bass and a treble, which like I said, on the actual on the original amp, you've basically just got a tone. So, you know, we always throw in some extra goodies to tinker around with Helix. The way I have this set, you'll notice the bass and treble are both just set to, you know, 50% or 12 o'clock, however you want to look at that. And the tone is up a little past halfway. And I basically left the amp set the way it is out of the factory, since this was the Amp of the Week series, and I'm trying to just kind of showcase each of these amps in Helix as they are without muddying up the original tone. And I did have the Kinky Boost turned on. Here's a good question already from Constantine. Is this amp supposed to be a cleanish amp? I would say so. Like I said, I've got a booster on right now, so we'll start there. I'll turn that off and let you just hear this clean kind of. It is worth mentioning though that I also have the dynamic ambience reverb here. Let's see. And on the original Amp of the Week patch that I made, I just had this set, the room size set to the smallest. But today I set it over to the larger room size. So hopefully you can hear that virtual room noise. It's a really great, I mean, it's a really great effect just because it gives you more of that amp in the room sound. So I have nothing on this other than that dynamic ambience. So you should be able, hopefully through your computer, you can hear that, just that virtual room sound. That's how I think about that. I'm set right now. I'm on my I'm on a single coil, but I've got the coil taps here, so pop that in, give you a bit of this humbucker sound. So the amp itself is the drive, or the normal drive channel is, I've got it turned up to about 6.5. Pop over here so you can see the Helix editor again. So you'll notice drive normal 6.5, drive bright is all the way down. So you'll still get a bit of breakup, you know, when you crank up a tube amp like this kind of, that tweed style. Again, when I started, I did have this Kinky Boost on here. So back to the amp, you can see I've just got it pretty much set the way it would come out of the box. Now, before I talk about anything else, let's look at the cabinet. So I've got, this is where I took a bit of liberty because I wanted to give a well-rounded, I guess, visualization of just all the different nuances of the amp. You'll see that I've got two mics set on here, so you know with Helix you can use a couple of cabinets, link them together, so essentially it's like you're just using one cabinet with two microphones. So I've got the 67 condenser. This is like a Neumann 67 condenser mic. It's a large diaphragm, you know, classic condenser mic. It sounds great. This is the mic that's going to be on this cabinet out of the box, like when you first pull it up on Helix. But I added another mic to it. I added this 57 dynamic mic just because, you know, I like to mix dynamic mics with condenser mics or ribbon mics, either way. Also, guys, I have a fan on in the background, so if that fan is making noise and bugging you guys, let me know. I'll turn it off, but hopefully it's not. It's way over on the other side of the room. But yeah, so I've got this dynamic mic, and then I have the condenser mic, and they're both at 0 degrees. So if you want to, like notice here, you have the option to set the mic at a 45-degree angle. And if you look at the speaker cone there on the editor, you should be able to see that change whenever I do that. So that's a cool feature. When you turn them off that axis, you can trim off a little bit of high end from the speaker. But I thought these sounded pretty good. I don't have the mics right up against the speaker cone right now. Obviously, a 57 is going to have a brighter sound than a condenser mic, but I like to mix the two. The fan sound is only when I'm talking. Well, I hope it's not too bad. You know what? I'll just turn that off just in case, because we've had enough problems today, so bear with me. I'll turn this fan off. I meant to do that anyway. Okay. Hopefully that fixes that. 7 dynamic and then the 67 condenser mic. So I first started up the stream. I did have, like I said, I had this Kinky booster turned on, the Kinky Boost, and it's just, to me, that's the kind of thing that you can just leave on all the time. You may not want to, not that one, that's not the key. Let's see. There we go. Now, hopefully you can see that. So I do have the boost setting turned on. I didn't originally have it on, so here's just the Kinky Booster. Break up there from that, and then if I turn the boost, the actual boost feature on the Kinky, a little more of that. I'm on humbucker now. I kind of like to leave this on single coil. The older I get, the more I like single coil sound. A bit of that break up, but I like it a lot. What pickup setting? Where's that question at? What pickup setting are you using? So, like I was saying a second ago, I've been going back and forth a bit from single coil to humbucker. I've got a coil tap on this Pacifica, so couple of seconds ago, I had it set as a humbucker, and I am on the neck position. So here's that. And then just hop over here to the single coil, and this is kind of my preference these days, at least for this particular amp. And so that's single coil. You hop over here to the bridge setting with it. It's got a nice twangy. Without the kinky boost. Middle position sounds nice. For chicken pick, people usually use single on the bridge. That'd be correct. And so going back to that, I've got another overdrive pedal I stuck in here just for demo purposes because I thought we would explore some different sounds. So I've got the Tima, like the Timmy overdrive pedal, and that sounds really good. So yeah, thanks Nick Bell. What's this question? I didn't read it yet, but I'm gonna read it out loud. As far as EQ or compressor, what would you recommend for this amp? So as far as the compressor goes, let me turn that overdrive pedal off again. I do have a compressor in the signal chain, but I'm not using it right this minute. But that compressor that I have is the kinky compressor as well. So if we turn here it is without it. Turn it on, we get a bit of that. Again, you can kind of hear that compressor kicking in. It's moderate. The mix is only set to 24%, so it's not super in your face, but combined with like the kinky boost. bridge setting, more kind of the chicken pick type thing. Definitely kind of feel the compressor. I don't know, it's not super obvious, but you know, compression should be used in moderation. Thanks, Philip. Appreciate that, man. Philip's gassing me up here. Appreciate you. Another question here from Constantine. Thanks for all the engagement there, Constantine. For which genre style this amp for? Blues and jazz? I would say so. Yeah, blues, jazz, country. But I think that, you know, I think you can make just about any amp work for just about any style of music if you just listen to the amp and try to play tastefully. But yeah, I think it sounds great. I'm going to turn the compressor off and everything. I think it sounds great for a jazzy sound. If I go over here to the humbucker and roll off a bit. Quite that much. Here. That's you know, I think it sounds good for a jazzy thing, and I also, like you said, I mean, blues is a given, right? If it sounds good for jazz, it probably sounds good for blues. Gotta change key. You ever get tired of hearing yourself play? Maybe if you just change keys, maybe you'll refresh yourself. Get a little greasier with your blues, you know, throw on like that booster. Let's try this Tima. This thing sounds great. pick up there. And then I've got a bit of a delay patch here I can turn on, or some. This is the Mod Chorus Echo. We can get even more gnarly with it. Maybe throw on the kinky boost with the Tima. So now we've got 2 overdrives, you know, kind of cascading into each other. So that's kind of cool. Let's check out a couple different mics, shall we? So, as I said, right now, you know, we've got the condenser, the 67 condenser, and then we've got this 57. So let's change that out a little bit. How about let's keep the 57 and try like a 121 classic combination. Rid of all this stuff. Coil. That up a bit. That nice. Oh, let's throw a different reverb on there. How about? We're having fun. Everything's working. Everything's good. Let's try this dynamic hall. How about? This is one of my favorites. He likes the high cut a little. I'm into that too, man. I like, you know, it never hurts to shave some highs off. Nice. We've got the dynamic hall, and I just stuck it on there. I didn't change anything on it, so the parameters are just like how you would first bring it out of the box. And I've got the 121 pop over here so you can see. Here's the 121 ribbon mic, and I just threw it on there, and I'm still got the 57 dynamic mic. No compression, no overdrive at this moment, and that sounds lovely. thank you. As far as my impedance settings, Philip, I didn't do anything to it, so I think I have the Helix set for just the automatic impedance. Sometimes that makes a difference. I try to stay out of the weeds with that one, but you know, Helix. I assume you've got a Helix, but you can have it set to auto, and it'll just kind of take care of that for you. So that's how this is set right now. That team are going in there. Boost on there too, so now we got two of them. Appreciate you guys. How about let's try another mic. So let's leave the 121 now, and maybe change up this 57 to something different. How about this 47 condenser mic? So I just changed that. We had the 57 here, so I just changed it over to the 47 condenser mic. So now we have the 47 along with the 121. So let's try, let's change this to the 160. How about? delay going here as well now. So you're definitely hearing some of that. That's a really cool. That kind of gives it maybe some of that Eric Johnson vibe that you had mentioned there, Philip. Because I think he would use that chorus with modulation and delay. It's just a really great. It's pretty obvious this amp's got a ton of different things you can do with it, especially having that ability to play with the high and low a little bit with the amp itself. So maybe I'll strip some of this back down and we'll just look at like the bass and the treble, which I have they're normal, just 5 or 12 o'clock right now. If I roll the tone back to here, you guys see. So I'm on the amp here, and if I just want to roll the tone back to maybe straight up 12 o'clock. Single coil. Nice. Maybe now we can maybe bring the bass up and turn the treble down a bit. About treble back on 5, bass up to about 8.5. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, by the way, I know you mentioned downloaded it. I do have the links to this preset in the comments, and I starred them. Somebody else beat me to the first comment, so mine is the second comment, I think, on your Facebook or YouTube, whichever one you're looking at, but it's right up there toward the top. So if you guys like this preset, the link is right there. You can download it for free onto your Helix. Now, the Tima Overdrive, I just stuck that on here during this presentation, so that's not originally in the preset, but it's easy enough to change it up. And I just had the dynamic ambience reverb, and if you like this dynamic hall sound, that's also super easy to just hop over and switch that up. And I didn't tweak it at all. I just set that reverb in there and let it go, man. So I'm a fan of Grammatico amps to begin with. I've had the pleasure to play a few of them. in real life, and they're great. And I think this is a really fun patch, and I think it does good justice to the amp itself. So appreciate you guys sticking with me. Sorry about the weird technical difficulties, but I guess we just had to restart OBS. So got that straightened out, and appreciate you all for sticking with me. All of my music was recently taken down off of Spotify and iTunes and all that because I parted ways with the label that I was with. But I have since started re-releasing all of my music on there. So check that out if you want, and give me a follow on Instagram. And if you're interested in more like in-depth one-on-one kind of discussions or lessons with Helix or any of other of our products, you can go register for our personal one-on-one lessons. We can use Skype, or if you'd rather use Zoom or something like that, we'll also do that. But make sure you hop over to our website and sign up for that stuff. and what's this? We got one more comment. I hope you will get a raise for what you were doing. It's a pleasure listening to your playing and learning some new things. Thank you, Constantine. Appreciate you for sticking with me through those technical difficulties. And yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate the kind words. Philip, let's see. Philip says, can we register with you specifically? I'm not sure if there's a way for you to comment in there if you want to pick, but there's a really good chance that you will, because myself and my brother from another mother, Nick Bell, also does the one-on-one lessons. And if you've ever tuned into any of Nick's presentations, you know that he's the best you can get. He's better at everything than I am. So you could do much worse than getting with Nick. But I don't know if you can specifically request who. But like I said, there's really a good chance that you will get stuck with me regardless if you sign up. So, but check it out. You may be able to do something like that. I don't know. Regardless, Philip, thank you for sticking around. And everybody, man, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know I went a little bit over our normal allotted time, but since we had all those technical problems, I wanted to make sure we spent a lot of time checking out this beautiful amp model in Helix. And shout out to Grammatico, John Grammatico, because he makes great stuff, and so do our guys at Line 6, as you can see. So yeah, go sign up for a one-on-one, and hey, do me a favor and give me a follow on Instagram, and go stream some of my tunes on iTunes or Spotify or whatever. And yeah, thanks Nick Bell, homie, for sticking around and keep an eye on me. And we got through it. Stick a fork in me, because I'm done. You guys have a great weekend.